So what does a career focused on human capital at Willis Towers Watson look like?
It's really varied because of the various aspects that we work with our clients, whether that's compensation programs, whether that's benefit programs, uh, employee communication, engagement, and those sorts of things. I would say for most part, it's people coming in with strong analytical skills, whether that is from a finance, an accounting, any of those sorts of aspects are the folks that typically gravitate to our types of organization. The first entry level positions are analyst positions, and that can be everything from doing a lot of number crunching to gathering data from various vendors that we work with to bring ideas and solutions to our clients and such. And so there's a lot of that type of work that's involved. In our groups that do the things around communications, it is really bringing in an ability to be able to communicate and really to use all the various tools that are available today, whether that's online tools, all those sorts of aspects and such. And so, really, as you think about how our business is evolving, it is those sorts of kind of new skill sets that we haven't historically had in our business that is now required. Likewise, we're bringing more people in with social science sorts of backgrounds and or interests to help us and understand what people and how people are engaged in their workplace, how we provide the sorts of services needed so that they can flourish at their various organizations and such. And so it's a wide gamut. And I mean, you look at our entry level positions throughout the organization. There will be finance people, there'll be actuaries, there'll be communications people, there'll be social scientists and such, and that can include bachelor's, master's, and doctorates as well. And then we also have medical professionals. We have pharmacists, nurses, and doctors as well that we bring in to help with employers' healthcare benefits.
That's great. What skills do you think are critical for the human capital side of things?
Curiosity, an interest in learning things, self accountability is critically important, an ability to work with teams and understand and contribute to teams and be willing to share ideas and communicate, and then um, people skills in terms of how to work with folks and understand working with people. That's with your internal team as well as our clients. And generally speaking, we bring in our client service team, the entire team, to work with our clients. So our folks will be exposed to our clients relatively shortly after they join their organization with appropriate responsibilities, but you need to be comfortable in those sorts of things. You really need to be a self-starter as well around that. And so those are sorts of the skills we're looking for as we go through it. We believe a lot of the technical skills are there, or they wouldn't be graduates, if you will. And so then it's a matter of how they fit into our culture and what we're trying to do with our clients and what they can bring to that.
Very good. What projects would interns and recent graduates work on in this area?
A couple things. If we talk about the benefits programs, the first things folks would be involved in would be capturing a lot of our client data around their benefit programs and provide the information that we then could take that to insurance companies to have them quote on providing insurance, whether that's healthcare, life insurance, disability insurance, those sorts of things. And so capturing that data, receiving that data back, and then analyzing that data. We have a lot of tools that we utilize to do that, but it's those sorts of things that they'd be working on. If you look at some of the things around engagement and communications, it would be working with as much as writing information, benefit descriptions, and those sorts of things, as well as helping with the social media aspects of it and those elements. So it's a lot of individual work that leads up to the teamwork and such. So there's a lot of analysis that's involved that then leads into bigger jobs that you would then be supervising that project, and then supervising and being the point person for those clients as you move up that degree.
How can interns and recent grads make an impact?
Couple things. One, always being open and willing to share new ideas and new aspects of it. Two, really making sure the work that they're doing, that it's high quality and correct, because while all the work is reviewed, the more it's correct when we start down that path, the better off we are. So that ability to be self-disciplined, to be able to correct, to make sure that that everything is correct is really important, and that really helps the teams be efficient and such. The other piece is always willing to raise your hand to take on additional projects, responsibilities, and such. And what you want to be, everybody builds their own brand at an employer, and a brand of somebody that's willing to go the extra mile, to raise their hand, to get involved, to not be afraid to take on things, to be assertive in an appropriate manner and such, I think are the sorts of things that, well, people can make contributions and work. As well, we have a lot of things that we use to develop our culture and such. And so from an internal perspective, participating in the various groups that we have around that, whether it's young professionals groups and those sorts of things, and willing to be able to make that sort of deal. The other piece, we are now doing a lot of reverse coaching, where we are having our younger staff mentor and coach our older leader staff in terms of how best to communicate, to operate in the workplace there. And so there's some opportunities there to give in a way that is typically different than maybe historically we've seen.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Spencer.
Thank you. We appreciate the opportunity to talk about our organization.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.